Welcome, everyone. Those who are with me in person and those who are going to hear this recording later. This is the Sagittarius Blue Moon, Full Moon call on May 31st, 2026. So, yeah, a lot is happening in all of our worlds. It's a time of major recalibration and really a time of expansion, a time where we're like looking within for deeper meaning for our lives, and we're in it, right? We're in this mystery school of planet Earth, and we're all enrolled full time, and time is speeding up, right? As Uranus has moved into Gemini, we're all feeling like time is moving faster. And at the same time, we're being called to be more present and to really anchor our full essence into the physicality. And I think this is really what one of the messages of the Sagittarius moon is about. It's really asking us to show up in a bigger way, to honor our own truth, to activate and align with our true purpose. So I love Sagittarius. I have a Sagittarius moon. I didn't ask people before if you have Sagittarius. I know Simona is a Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is an adventure, a sign that loves adventure. So let's just dive into the adventure of this full moon. And we're going to start by just going inside. So close your eyes, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just come home to your body. Just feel your feet touching the ground. Feel what you're sitting on. Feel your hand on your heart and on your belly, the texture of the clothes, the warmth of your skin. And now just place your attention on your crown and consciously seeing the petals of the crown chakra open up, connecting to all of cosmos, and most of all, connecting through the crystal cord to your soul and to your I am presence, the divine being of your own divinity, your essence, your true essence. And now let's just focus on the high heart, the heart chakra, and just connect the high heart in a golden silver figure eight to your crown chakra and back to your heart. And then back down to the root chakra and back to your heart, this figure eight flow. And then expanding from your heart to the heart of the sun. And from the sun back to your heart. And to the heart of the earth, the golden temple in the heart of the earth, Lady Gaia, back to your heart. And again, one more time, from your heart to the great central sun, And back to your heart, to the great central moon. Within your heart chakra now, visualize Yeshua and Magdalene holding the cup of the Holy Grail of Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is the fifth dimensional frequency that we are coming home to. And the second coming of Christ isn't about Jesus coming again as the Christ. It's about each one of us elevating our consciousness to the level of Christ consciousness. And now is the time that we are called to do this perfect work, to come up higher and to enter into the frequencies of the fifth dimension, of Christ consciousness, of unconditional love, and of Buddhic all-knowingness. So just take a breath now. I'm sending forth Archangel Michael's shield of protection. So just receive this energetic flow. This is a essential oil blend that I have made that I will project to you now. And just breathe it in and hold it. Just let it land. I'm going to be projecting my essential oil blends to help you make shifts. And it's just like Reiki. All you have to do is just be willing to let it land wherever it needs to land in the physical, the mental, the emotional, memory bodies. So let's just take a moment now and call in the ascended masters, the angels, the beings of light. I call forth now 144 Hathor guardians and 88 Hathor gatekeepers. Take your places. Beloved Alpha and Omega, Helios and Vesta, God and Goddess Meru, come. Lord Maitreya, come. Gautama Buddha, come. 5 Dhyani Buddhas, place your presence here with us. Beloved Isis and Osiris, Yeshua, Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Avalokiteshvara, Cosmic Mother Mary, Queen of Heaven, Archangel Raphael. Beloved Lord Metatron and Melchizedek. Saint Germain and Portia. Pallas Athena, Lady Liberty, the great karmic board. Sanat Kumara and Lady Master Venus. Serapis Bey, El Morya Katumi, and Dwa Kul. Lord Lunto and Confucius, Nada, Hilarion, Paul the Venetian. Sananda Sanada, the Ashtar Kamen. Your own twin flame and soulmate family. Your star ancestors, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Lyrians, and the 12 star systems that are holding space and assisting the planetary ascension of planet Earth and our own. We call in now the dolphins, the whales, the unicorns, the dragons, the mer people, the crystalline beings, the tree beings and plant beings, great mountains, the oceans, the rivers, the volcanoes, the winds, calling forth the angelic kingdom and the Lemurians who live within the inner earth. And we connect now to the 144 aspects of our own divinity, 12 aspects in each of the 12 dimensions that are currently having lives just like we have this life here on planet Earth. Let's just feel that connection of the continuity of our soul's incarnations in all planes and all dimensions and all of the lifetimes that we have taken on planet Earth. We say thank you, thank you, thank you to all the beings who have joined us, beloved Isis, overlighting this call, and to all the ways that our lives are blessed again and again and again. And let's just send out to the entire world this frequency, this vibration that we're now within of this sacred space. And let's envision those who are on this call and those who will receive it as an inner circle of starseed light bearers. And all the beings that we called in are now in concentric circles around us, out into infinity. And let's just, with our hands, put our hands up and send this energy out to all the evolutions of Earth as a part of the awakening of consciousness for those who have not yet awakened, and the acceleration of consciousness to those who are on the path and on their spiritual journey back home to their own divinity. And let's just do an Om together, just sending the frequency and this vibration that we're holding now out into the world and into cosmos. We're going to do 3 Oms. Just anchoring this frequency through your body into the heart of the earth. So I want to also call in all of the planets, the astrology, call them into as a circle around us, because each of the planets has a consciousness. It is ensouled by a conscious being. So we want to invite them in. The sun and the sun in Gemini, the moon in Sagittarius, Mercury in Gemini, Venus in Cancer, Mars in Taurus, Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Aries, Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius. Lilith in Sagittarius and Chiron in Aries. So really just feeling this, the consciousness of the planets. You know, we have this opportunity now to really begin to work with the planets and the solar system in a bigger way, as we understand that it's all one, right? We are not separate from them, and that whatever gains in consciousness we make down here individually and collectively on planet Earth, it's being recorded in cosmos, and it's being reinforced and supported through cosmos as well. So this whole understanding of there is no separation is really what we're moving into as we come up higher into Christ consciousness and embody higher and higher frequencies of um, the higher dimensions, right? So let's dive into what's happening in the stars and the planets with this moon. So it's called a blue moon. There's two full moons in May. The first one happened on May 1st. It was a Scorpio full moon, and this is a Sagittarius full moon. And this is called the blue moon because it's a second full moon in 1 month. And if we take a look at the numerology of the day, May 31st, 2026, that reduces to a 19, which is the Prince of Heaven number, which really connects into, it's actually the sun, the Prince of Heaven. So our own I am presence is the sun of our being, right? And so this is like really giving us this clue that we are expanding the light that we carry through this full moon. And it's true with all the portals. But Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is about expansion. It's about joy. It's about abundance. It's about Jupiter expands everything it touches. So having this influence of Jupiter ruling Sagittarius, it's bringing this expansion of consciousness, right? Uranus just moved into Gemini, which is expansion of consciousness on a collective scale. So 19, the number of the day, reduces to a 10, which is the number that carries the vibration and frequency of instant manifestations. And obviously new beginnings, right? So the one is the symbol of our own sovereignty, our one with our own I am presence. And the 0 is the infinite possibilities that go with that. So this full moon is activating our consciousness to greater possibilities for our life, for the planet, and how we can show up in a bigger way, in an authentic way, as who we are. So I'm going to project the blend opening to the infinite. So receive that now. Breathe it in and hold it. So what would it be like if you could really expand your consciousness to the place where you really believed that anything and everything is possible? All the desires of your heart, your full potential, even all the way to enlightenment in this lifetime and your ascension. It's all possible. Receive that now. So the full moon happened at 9:44 a.m. Universal Time today, and 4:45 Eastern Daylight, 4:44 to Eastern Daylight Time. And I love that because that is the number of Isis. Goddess Isis is 444. And 4 is all about foundations. It's about really anchoring in to a solidness. So the new moon, the full moon, I'm sorry, I'm getting my words all scrambled. The full moon happened at 1:44 Pacific Daylight Time, and that reduces to a 5, which is all about change. So we know that we are in this mega cycle of huge change in consciousness on the planet. The chaos in the outer world is really dissolving that which is unreal. And what we're going to be left with is truly what is real, right? What they just told me is, like it said that all the plastics and all the synthetic things, we can't take them into the higher dimensions. So when we make that move to the fifth dimension and above and our ascension, the only thing that's going to be left is what's actually real, right? And this is what this moon is asking us to do, is to really take a look at what is real in our own life. So the moon is at was at 9 degrees of Sagittarius, and the sun was at 9 degrees of Gemini. So 9 is graduation. It's the integration of everything that came before, all those other numbers. It's a sacred number. In the Chaldean numerology, they don't even assign a letter to number 9. It is so sacred. So we are in a sacred moment of endings, graduations, and completions in our life. So just receive that. Take a moment. What is asking to be completed in your life so that you can move on to your very next yes? So key themes of this moon are truth and purpose. There's a great desire for freedom and a desire to be heard. It's a time of awakening and change. And the blend I'm going to give you for this is honoring the truth within. And let's just talk about truth for a minute, because our truth changes. What we believe to be true changes as we evolve into higher consciousness. So if you take a look at your life, what you believed 20 years ago may not be much of what you believe now, or even what you believed a month ago may not be what you believe now because you've received more information. So truth is different for each person, and it changes as we grow and we evolve. So Sagittarius as a sign is all about higher learning. It's about expansion, it's joy, it's wisdom, it's teaching, it's opportunity, it's travel, it's your beliefs, it's philosophical. It's what you hope for, and it's connected to the law and travel. So Sagittarians, my moon is in Sagittarius, and I always say that's what keeps me on the road. Since 2008, I've been traveling. But even before that, when I was a little girl, my dad used to say my middle name was Go, because every time somebody was going out the door to go someplace, I wanted to go with them. So I think that it's definitely one of my personality traits and what I live by, actually. Yeah. So Sagittarius has a quest for truth, a quest for adventure, and it's willing to take risks. So like the fool in the tarot cards, just getting when you get the pink slip from God Goddess and you can just say, okay, I'm doing it no matter what. And then afterwards you find out, okay, how much does this cost? And what do I have to do to get there? And what are the details? But that willingness to just say yes to what your soul is calling you to do. And the body part for Sagittarius is the liver, the hips, the thighs, and the sacrum. And when we look at liver, first we have live or live as the first part of that word. So the liver holds suppressed emotions and especially suppressed anger, right? It holds the stories, the resentments, yeah. So at this time, it's a good time to actually take a look at what you're holding on to emotionally that doesn't serve you. And this comes up later in one of the aspects also. So honoring the desire for the quest of Sagittarius, I'm going to give you the blend Mythic Call Adventures Quest. So receive that. And breathe it in. So, what quest are you experiencing right now? Sagittarius has the quest for knowledge, for experiencing more, for experiencing different cultures, different types of food, that insatiable desire to know more. And this really combines with the sun in Gemini because Gemini is all about, they're very similar in many ways. Gemini is all about a social, it's ruled by Mercury, so communication is a big thing. They love to talk. They love to take in more information, more and more and more information, where Sagittarius is more about information, not just for more information, but for wisdom, how it can be integrated into a greater understanding. So this moon is asking hard questions, the deeper meanings. It's not superficial. Like Gemini, they can just socialize and they can be a lot of times operating on just a very superficial conversational modality, modus operandi, I would say. But Sagittarius, it wants meaning. It wants truth. It wants purpose. It wants to know what is real and what is not. And I think that that's what we're all experiencing on this planet now. There's so much information and we're scrolling and we're taking in so much. But, how much of that now is actually not even real? It's AI generated, right? It's not real in the sense of produced and anchored through the human physical body, right? So Sagittarius is asking us the hard questions, like, why are you here? What do you believe? And where is life asking you to grow beyond the old version of yourself, the one that you've known? I have just been inspired to take this day as much as I can to go inside and just really inquire within, like, okay, this whole, speaking about a quest, I've been on this quest for who am I really? The last I don't know how long it's been, a long time, a couple years probably, but it really seems to be coming to a peak because I just want to know who I am really beyond, the names, beyond the titles, beyond this body that I wear. What is true? And so one of the exercises I've been called to do is, if you're working with Chat GPT, there's a concept of putting in everything you want Chat GPT to know about you, your likes, your dislikes, what you're working on, your body shape, whatever you want to put in there, right? So when I pull up my Chat GPT, I have this chat about what do I know about you? Or what do you know about me? And so I have been inspired to just sit down and go, okay, what do I know about me? What is true? What are my likes? What are my dislikes? What are my idiosyncrasies? What are my weaknesses? What are my strengths? Just what do I know about me? With that sense of curiosity of being able to go deeper. So this moon is going to bring up old stories about freedom, about your worthiness, about success, about failure, what's possible for you. The last new moon in Taurus 2 weeks ago was really focusing on self-worth, upon financial security, upon what you have anchored in the physical and the physical comforts, right? So now we're sort of like sorting through a different aspect of ourselves, right? And this moon is really calling us to come into alignment in a new way. Saturn having come into Aries is demanding accountability. It's demanding discipline and work and effort, not out of punishment, but out of the desire to get us to the fulfillment of all of our dreams and to manifesting our full potential for this lifetime. So it's calling us into alignment with our divine blueprint, with our contract with life, and with who we really are. So the blend I'm going to give you for that is Soul Alignment, Dancing Me Home. And I always consider home to be coming home to the heart, coming home to your true essence. And when I write this as the essential oil blend, dancing me home, me is in capital letters, and me means master energy. So dancing my divinity, dancing my human self home to me. How's that? Yeah. So the sun in Gemini at this moon is opposing the moon in Sagittarius. So the sun is that outer personality. Gemini is Mercury, the conversation, the um, communication. And the moon is about our inner self and our emotions. And that's in Sagittarius. And that soul aspect is saying, okay, who are you really? What is true about you? What is authentic? So what comes up here is the tension between the information that we're receiving through Gemini and that desire for integration and wisdom that comes up through Sagittarius. And I'm finding a greater and greater desire just to shut off all the noise, to stop the scrolling, to turn off the notifications, and to go inner and just say, okay, what what is true? What is true for me? And what do I truly believe? Not what my ancestors believed or the beliefs that got passed down from them, but what is real and authentic for me. Yeah. And one of the astrologers from Moon Omens, she does a video every 2 weeks, and she says the most profound things. But one of the things I picked up from her this week was noise distorts perception. Noise distorts perception. So when we are in the noise, whether it is, the TV running in the background or the scrolling or just the superficial conversations, we can't go to that place of the true knowingness. It really takes shutting out the noise in order to discover, and I always say discover, uncover the truth within. Now, the sun, which is the outer personality I've explained, is conjunct Uranus at this moon. And Uranus is all about awakening. It's the planet that brings us sudden shocks. It brings things like earthquakes. It brings a quick change in your environment or your consciousness. So this is bringing us a greater yearning for liberation and for freedom. Uranus is also about the future. It's forward looking. It actually does connect into, it's the ruler of Aquarius, and it connects into actually AI. So it's bringing to us the urge to speak our own truth and to show up without having to monitor our truth to fit in with somebody else and their truth. So the blend for this is honoring me, taking my stand. And this was made for a woman who was in a conflict with her father about values and who she was and what she wanted to do. So it was like taking my stand, honoring me, what is true for me, and planting my stake, taking my stand for me and my values and what's true. So I'm going to send that to you now, honoring me, taking my stand. Receive it now. And breathe it in. And where is your soul asking you to plant a new stake, to firmly anchor who you are and anchor your own truth? So the sun is now trine Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto is all about transformation. Aquarius is all about the future. It's Aquarius is the one who in a crowd of people is very distinctive in their dress. Maybe like, I don't know. I don't want to step on anybody's, but the nose of their ring and the earrings, the big discs that are in their earlobes that are making their earlobes really, really big. And, I saw a woman yesterday with a band around a wrist bracelet that had all these points on it. They are people who don't mind standing out differently in the crowd, and they're not going to just do something because the authorities told them to do it. So what this Sun trine Pluto in Aquarius is taking us into is really actually a deep place of transformation. It's all that we've been talking about. Who am I? What do I need to do here? What am I called to do? What changes do I need to make in my life in order to come into full alignment with my true divine blueprint and my contract with life? So Pluto and Uranus are both, they work together for our transformations, right? So Uranus conjunct the sun is the awakening, and the Pluto is the transformation out of the awakening. Because once we awaken, we can't go back to who we were before, right? Our consciousness has changed, our truth is changed, and that creates a transformation as we integrate this new way of being. So Uranus and Gemini opposite the moon is really bringing that tension between the information that we bring in and the desire for wisdom, the desire to make something meaningful out of all the chatter that we're taking in, all the stuff that we're taking in, right? And you know, the wisdom is part of the wisdom is the wisdom to say, enough. I'm going to take a day where I fast from the media, from scrolling, from all the notifications. This is divine wisdom. Yeah. And, you know, all of the ancients took time out. Jesus went into the desert for 40 days. Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree for 40 days, you know. Some traditions, I know Yogananda's tradition, uh, his followers take 10 days every year to just go into silence by themselves. And this is how, when we shut out the noise, where we can really get that true alignment and we can get a reboot for our life. We can get a recalibration. We can separate out what's real from for us versus what we've taken on from the outer conversations of even our ancestors. So we can make really profound decisions for our lives when we take the time to take the time out to go within. And the moon in the Sagittarius is trining Neptune in Aries, and this is giving us inspired intuition. Neptune is the higher mind. It relates to our spirituality. It relates to the gnosis of inner knowing. And what this is saying is that you don't need a witness to validate your path, that you are your own authority for your own life. And that at this moment and in these transmissions that we're receiving now through the stars, there can be solo breakthroughs where you connect with your own teacher, your own knowingness. You get gnosis means direct revelation directly from God or goddess within. So we're in this process of sorting through who we are, who we've been, where we're going, what's the direct alignment. I'm going to give you this blend: inner alignment, trusting me. Inner alignment, trusting me. Receive it now. And hold it. So, what is a truth that your soul is giving to you right now in terms of asking you to take your very next step and move on to your higher evolution in whatever way that you're being called to do that? And are you willing to trust that inner knowing and actually take the physical action to bring it into manifestation? This is the question, isn't it? Because we all know what we need to do, but we don't always do what we know we need to do, right? Sometimes there's a big resistance there, and it's definitely true in me. Which brings up the next positioning of the moon in Sagittarius trine Saturn in Aries. So Saturn in Aries, Aries is about a new beginning. It's about the pioneer. It's ruled by Mars, so it's about taking that energy and moving forward and going for it, right? Saturn wants us to show up, to do the hard work, to take the next step, to aim our arrow towards the dreams of our soul. So if you saw my email, it's the centaur. The sign for Sagittarius is the centaur, the half horse, half human, with a bow and arrow in his hand and pointing the arrow towards the destination. Saturn wants us to get moving towards that next destination. And Sagittarius wants us to figure out what's the highest alignment. What am I truly committed to and aiming for as I move forward, right? So Saturn is asking for discipline that meets conviction. So what are you committed to? What do you truly believe about yourself, about the world? What is that alignment? So one of the things that keeps us into resistance to doing what we know we need to do is lack of self-confidence or worth. So I'm going to give you believing in me, I can do it. So wherever you need this frequency, believing in me, I can do it, to move forward on your path, let it land right now. Take the breath, breathe it in. And let it hold. Where do you need a little more confidence, a little more self-esteem, a little more conviction of your own true essence, your own true empowerment to take that step? And then we have the moon sextile Pluto. And so the moon is the emotions and Pluto is the transformation. So the moon is shining its light on the emotions, right? The sun is opposite the moon. It's shining its light on the moon, on the emotions, and it's bringing it to light. Every full moon brings the emotions to the surface so that we can feel it, let it go, and give it up to spirit, right? So when I was thinking about this yesterday, I got the words catch and release. So whatever's coming up in your world that you could put a label on of shadow material or something that you want to hide, that you want to keep hidden under the rug, it's actually coming to the surface so you can look at it, so you can receive it, so you can take responsibility for it, not to beat yourself up for it, but the term they gave me was catch and release. So just like fishermen catch the fish, they measure it, they see how long it is, they admire how beautiful it is, and they release it, they throw it back into the ocean. So we have this ability when these strong emotions come up to feel them, to process them, to integrate them, and then just to give them up to spirit without judgment. So I'm giving you the blend, giving it up to spirit. Just letting spirit take care of it. Put it into the violet flame. See yourself standing in the violet flame and allow the violet flame to do its perfect work, which is the transmutation of lower energies. And there's another alignment, which is the Mars-Pluto opposition. So Mars is that moving forward, that Aries energy of taking the next step. It can be aggressive. You know, it's been called the war planet, but it's actually more about utilizing available energy to move forward to the next step. Pluto being the transformation, this Mars-Pluto opposition can bring up revolutionary energies, people standing in the streets, people saying, we don't want to be ruled in this way. We don't want to go to war. The rule of the people is now becoming more and more into manifestation. And the governments that are not honoring the rule of the people, they're going through transformations. They have to. Because we can't put the new wine into the old wineskin. So don't be too concerned about everything that's breaking down in the outer world. And it's best not to spend a lot of time following the news because everything is always changing. And the change has to happen so that we can come into so that the old systems break down so we can create new systems that actually do support the whole, which is all the point of the Aquarian age, right? Everyone being supported, everyone being honored, everyone being respected. So we're going through the breakdown to the breakthrough. Some of us personally, and definitely in the collective. So as we go through this time that we're actually in the end times in the Bible, right? It's best to be willing to be the observer as much as you can. Don't allow yourself to go down into the rabbit hole and get all caught up in the he said that and she said that and blah, 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 go into the drama in your personal life or taking sides in the political life. I just go, you know what? We don't even know who's the good guys and the bad guys now. It's like impossible to tell. So the highest alignment for us to take, well, this is my personal alignment. You can take it if you want it. I know that the light wins in the end. I know that we are winning the planetary ascension by each individual evolution of consciousness. And I know that just through this portal that we are on the edge of, the best truly is yet to come, where we enter a world, our new earth of beauty, of crystalline colors, of honor, respect, of play, each person totally immersed in what makes them happy and in their service to the whole. So in order for that to happen, we have to really bring in that goddess. We have to bring in the goddess energy to balance out the male patriarchy that's been in charge for a long time. So we both have a masculine and a feminine within us. So this blend is called Great Goddess Embodied Fearless Alignment, because we have to have courage to go through this time on a planetary scale, to stand and keep standing for what we know is the truth. We have to be fearless and courageous. So Great Goddess Embodied Fearless Alignment. Receive it now. And breathe it in and hold it. And what would it be like if you could be totally fearless in every aspect of your life? Fearless in taking the next step. Fearless in speaking your own truth. Fearless in showing up on authentically. Once I was sitting in my car in Denver at a stoplight, And I just got the concept of like, okay, show me what it would feel like to be successful, right? And then what happened was is like I just my body elongated, this whole new frequency came down around me, and I go, wow, that's amazing. So let's just take this moment to each one say to your own I am presence, show me the vibration of being fully, fearlessly embodied and aligned with my own truth. Show me how that feels. Full alignment with my cosmic DNA, my human DNA, my contract with life. Show me what that feels like. Mm. And now download me with the understanding of what I need to do for my very next step. Mm. And so also with this moon, we have Jupiter square Eris, which is an asteroid that is the feminine archetype of the warrior. She's the rebellious one. She demands truth, she demands justice, and she demands equality. So we see that happening out in the outer world. But what if there is something inside of ourselves where Eris is acting to bring forth that true alignment with our greater truth, to bring us into full alignment, inner and outer, with full integrity? Let's just take a breath on that. And let's just say the yes, 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 the saying yes to receiving the full um, initiations that are coming through to us through this portal of this full moon. And if anyone doesn't know this, it's the integration on the left side, the clapping on the left side, the integration of the feminine with the masculine on the right, and 3 times up, which is the full integration of it. So let's just do our yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then your own higher presence, your I am presence, sends forth rainbow colored fairy dust for the blessing of the integration and the receiving of the initiations and of the passing of the tests. Let's not forget that one. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to see what Isis has to say. She's been sponsoring Speaking Words Through My Mouth and sponsoring this transmission. So let's see what she has to say. I'm going to turn off my own video. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and to go inside. Just give me a minute now to connect in with her energies. You can actually see her in whatever way that you imagine or envision Goddess-Isis before you. So we're inviting her into the center of our circle, with each of us on the inner ring surrounding her. And I'm seeing her coming down, sitting on her throne, anchoring her throne into physicality through her connection to each of us and through our bodies. So the vibration of her sitting on her throne is being anchored through our bodies and into the heart of the earth as we receive this transmission. Beloved ones, I am the one that you know as Goddess-Isis. And I come now to sit upon my throne within your sacred circle. I come now radiating the full light of my essence as the primordial goddess. And through me, I am radiating all of the qualities of the goddesses that you love and adore, those who have embodied the goddess on planet Earth throughout the ages through their physical forms. Mother Mary and Kuan Yin, Mary Magdalene, Amma, and even those who seem to be quite the warriors, Durga, Kali, Eris, Psyche. So many qualities, infinite qualities of the Divine Mother embodied through these ones. And within you are also the codes of the infinite qualities of the Divine Feminine. They are yours to develop as gifts. And give them to the world in whatever way you were called to anchor the gifts that you carry. This is, beloved, the time that you have been waiting for and the embodiment that all the other previous embodiments have been setting the stage for. Each of you have come again and again and again through hundreds of embodiments to planet Earth to anchor your love, your teaching, your healing, your presence, your unique frequency into the heart of the earth and into the collective consciousness. And many of you have said, this is my last time embodying on planet Earth. And with that comes many implications. One, that you have completed your contract with life on Earth. completed your assignments. Another aspect might be that the earth no longer needs your presence because it has ascended, and the evolutions of earth no longer need your assistance, and you are free to go on to cosmic service. And to choose to serve in another galaxy or world or planet. For you, my beloveds, are all members of the Order of Melchizedek. Without father, without mother, without descent, thou art a priest, priestess in the Order of Melchizedek forever. And this is the collective of star beings, of cosmic beings who go from one planet to the next, one solar system to the next, one galaxy to the next, on the rescue mission to rescue the souls of that system who have not yet come back into divine union with their own presence. And so, as you have descended to earth, you actually forgot your connection to your presence. And all the wounds of all the lifetimes of being cast out and hung and killed and punished and burned at the stake, all of those lifetimes where you were anchoring the light through your physical body. They have taken the toll on your trajectory back home to the heart, back home to your own divinity, back home to your own enlightenment. But I tell you truly, now is the time. Now is the time, beloved. Take your bow, take your arrow, and point it towards the sky, towards your own merging fully with your own presence, with your own divinity, and anchoring it as embodiment into the heart of the earth. For this is the true destination of your soul. And in the meantime, use the Sagittarius energy to inquire within. What are the dreams of your soul? What are the desires of physical manifestation that you are calling into full manifestation in your life, that you might live a joyous, fulfilled, abundant, expansive, adventurous life? What are the quests still held within you? What are you desiring to explore? What are you desiring to see? And where are you putting limits on what you can have? Because what I say to you truly is there are no limits to what you can have and do and to be. Your parents didn't tell you that. They didn't know. But I, as your godparent, God, Mother, Isis, am telling you, now is the time to expand your consciousness to receive infinite possibilities, infinite grace, instant manifestation is now possible. And there is one requirement to that you become the master of your mind so that you are only thinking and putting energy into that which you truly desire to manifest in the physical. And so this Sagittarius moment of truth, of purpose, and true alignment, along with Saturn, the disciplinarian, asking you to discipline your thoughts, your minds, and where you allow your energy to go. And as you master your mind, you become the master of your life in all of its forms and all of its manifestations. And so I come today to empower each of you to stand within your own truth, to shine your light, to be the light, to be fearless in your authenticity, to plant your staff into the earth, to embody your greatness as a star being here on planet Earth. And so now I send for an activation through my hands. See me on my throne directly in front of you as I radiate this transmission directly to each of you individually. We activate the heart first, the sacred heart of the balance of power, wisdom, and love. We activate the crown chakra to receive the higher truths and to receive the full empowerment of your own divinity. And we activate your hands now. Place your hands out forward as if giving the blessing. And now you receive the blessing from my hands. Activating your hands as sacred servants as you embody your divinity in the physical realm. And so through the chakras of your hands, your heart, and your crown, go forth to do your sacred work. And now I place it on each of you around your neck, a symbol of the sun disk, the symbol of your own divinity. It's positioning now over your sacred heart. And with each heartbeat, the empowerment is activated. And so I leave you now with my presence, with my words, but not my presence. Call to me. I am here for you forever and forever and forever and always, in all ways. I am that I am your divine mother. So receive now the frequency, flight home to freedom, self-empowerment. Receive it now. We ask for the sealing of this transmission from Goddess-Isis with her infinite gratitude for each of you who are anchoring this transmission and these teachings through your body and into the heart of the earth. And you are the transmitters of this energy now as you walk among the masses. Consciously or unconsciously, it happens just by your presence. And so, beloveds, thank you, thank you, thank you for being with me. Thank you for receiving this. Thank you for all the ways that you show up in the world, all the gifts that you bring. You are truly beautiful and amazing and courageous and fearless to be doing this embodiment again at this time on planet Earth. Thank you for supporting my work. Thank you for being here. I love all of you so much. And it's just such an honor to be a representative of Goddess Isis on the planet and to go into this sacred temple space with each of you. So I say to you, go forth, shine your light, be the light, really activate that sun disk, the necklace that she gave you over your heart. The more you put your attention on it, the brighter it's going to activate. And you know, when we do the activations for remembering, you can sort of see the golden sparkle in my third eye. She activates your third eye with that golden radiance of the sun disk. Whew. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If anyone wants to say anything, you can say it, or we can just honor each other. I like to do this. This is the honoring of your own gifts when you place your hands over your shoulders like this. It's the honoring of the own gifts and what you bring to life. And then as you bow your head, it's the honoring of everyone else's gifts. And so I honor each of you and I thank you and I bless you. Namaste. And kisses, sweet dolphin kisses to everyone. Ciao, Bella.